Break of this world's chain. We adore thee, whom all men love. Spotless, taking man's form. O purifier, thou art above the gnatly, knowledge divine, not flesh. Thou whom the cosmos wears, a diamond at its heart. Let us look deep in thine eyes. They are bright with the wisdom of God that can wake us from our spell. Let us hold fast to thy feet, tread in the waves of the world to safety. O drunk with love, God drunken lover, in thee all paths of all yogas meet. Lord of the world, thou art earth, who art born a child of our time, easy of access to us, O Master. If we take any hold upon God in our prayer, it is by thy grace alone. Since all thine austerities were practiced for our sake. How great was thy sacrifice, freely choosing thy birth in this prison, our longing, to unchain us and set us free. Perfect, whom lust could not take, nor passion nor gold draw near. O Master of all holiness, fill our hearts full of love for thee. Thou hast finished with fear and with doubt, standing firm in the vision of God, refuge to all who have cast fame, fortune, and friends away. Without question thou settest us, and the world's great sea in its wrath seems shrunk to the puddle that fills the footprint in the clay. Speech cannot hold thee, nor mind, yet without thee we think not, nor speak. Lord, who art partial to none, we are equal before thy sight. Take away of our pain,
Om Tattvagyam Yogi Varyam Tam Abhedananda Yoginam Jnana Prasada Vikyatam Vandeham Panditottamam. I bow down to Swami Abhedananda, a knower of truth, a yogi, a great scholar who became renowned as a spiritual teacher. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om peace, peace, peace. Today is a very auspicious day for all of us, the devotees of Master and Holy Mother, because today is that auspicious day when in 1866 Swami Abhedanandaji Maharaj, one of the direct disciples of Sri Ramakrishna, was born. It was Bhadra Krishna Navami, the 9th new moon day, and it was 2nd October in 1886, Tuesday. And Abhedanandaji's name was Kali Prasad because his mother offered prayer to the Divine Mother for a good son, and after the birth of this boy, they kept the name Kali Prasad, the blessings of Divine Mother, Mother Kali. That is the meaning of Kali Prasad in English. And mother's name was Nayantara Devi, a very pious lady, and father was Roshik Lal Chandra. And he was born in Calcutta, Ahiritola, not very far from our Swamiji's house and or Holy Mother's Calcutta Bagh Bazar house. And his father was a teacher in Calcutta Oriental Seminary. And father was very famous for his teaching. He was a very famous teacher of English, and of his many students, some are very popular and known to us. One is Girish Chandra Ghosh, the great devotee of Sri Ramakrishna, who was praised by Master himself that Girish's devotion is more than 100%. And Vishwanath Datta, the father of Narendranath Datta, means Swami Vivekananda later. So, Swami Vivekananda's father was the student of Abhedanandaji's father, Sri Roshik Lal Chandra. And as a young boy, Kali was attending different lectures. In those days, Calcutta being the capital of the whole of British colonial empire, many and Christian preachers also were lecturing in favor of Christianity and trying to convert people. And there was Brahmo Samaj. And to protect Hinduism, there were some speakers, very good speakers, defending Hinduism also were there. One of them was Shashadhar Tarka Chudamani. He came to meet Sri Ramakrishna also. Sri Ramakrishna also was very happy to meet him, and the way he used to describe about Indian scripture, Hindu scripture, and scientifically, logically, to establish that nothing is wrong there, that people don't need to give up Hinduism and get converted into other religions. So this Shashadhar Tarka Chudamani was a very good speaker, and as a school boy, he was very influenced by attending his lectures, and he wanted to learn Yoga Sutra because this Shashadhar Tarka Chudamani, well-known scholar, began to interpret Hinduism from the scientific point of view and gave a series of lectures on the 6 systems of Hindu philosophy. Kali regularly attended those lectures in Albert Hall, Calcutta. One day he expressed his desire to learn Yoga Sutras, this yoga aphorisms of Patanjali from him. But he said, I do not have time, my dear boy, but young man, you go and learn it from Kalivar Vedanta Bhagish. And from the very beginning, as a young boy, child, Kali had developed a very good taste for Sanskrit. And in his school days, in addition to his regular courses, he studied classical Sanskrit literature, including Hitopadesha. Hitopadesh means ethical and moral teachings, what the youngsters should do and human beings should do. And Raghu Vansham, Kumara Sambhavam, Shakuntala, and Bhattikabhyam, all these are very famous in those days, Sanskrit literature. So he used to read all these things, and he learned the Sanskrit prosody also. This prosody, he was such a nice lover of the Sanskrit hymns that he could compose verses in Sanskrit. And seeing his love for Sanskrit literature and language, his headmaster of the Oriental Seminary, where his father was an English teacher, this headmaster presented him with a book, Chando Manjari, means it is a Sanskrit prosody, book on Sanskrit prosody. So later on we find the impact in his life, who could compose very comfortably so nice poems. And we sing Prakriting Paramang, it was his composition. We do our puja, Ramakrishna, Dhyana Mantra, Hridaya Kamala Madhya Ajitam, his composition. Many others also he did. So that was from the very beginning, and now he was attracted to learn the yoga aphorisms. And one of his friends, when he came to know that I want to learn it from Vedanta Bhagish said, I do not have time, but such a young boy, you want to learn these yoga aphorisms. All right, I will give you some time. Come during my oil massage time, before I take bath in the morning. So Kali used to come at that time, sit near him, read out from the sutras, and Vedanta Bhagish, Kalivar Vedanta Bhagish, when his body was being massaged with oil, he would explain the meaning, and in this way he learned this Patanjali yoga aphorisms. So that was his desire, how much intense desire it was for him. Then he wanted to learn this yoga, not only theoretically, this Raja Yoga, Hatha Yoga, what is there. He wanted to become a yogi. So he was trying to he had a desire to be absorbed in Samadhi. And he learned the disciplines of Hatha Yoga, Kundalini Yoga, Pranayama, and Raja Yoga. Now he wanted to have Samadhi through Khechari Mudra, a special technique of Hatha Yoga. But he was told not to practice any of these Hatha Yogas without being trained and guided, instructed by a competent teacher, a guru, a yogi. So he was discussing about a guru, not for any other thing, to have Samadhi, this ecstatic experience. So one of his friends, his name was Jaggeshwar Bhattacharya, in 1884. He said, I know one yogi, Sri Ramakrishna, he is in Dakshineshwar. Many people go to him. So if you go to him, he can teach you what this yoga is, what you want, this Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna enters into Samadhi many times, I heard. So this friend Jaggeshwar Bhattacharya actually inspired him to visit Sri Ramakrishna, and he secretly, without informing father, mother, one day went. It was a Sunday, and he was going, did not know where Dakshineshwar was, going and going. After crossing over Dakshineshwar, then he went some more path and completed. Then he asked, people said, no, you have already come to a different direction. You have crossed that Dakshina, you go back again. So he came wholly exhausted, fully, and after coming to Dakshineshwar temple garden, he came to know that Sri Ramakrishna was not there. Now nobody was known to him, he was feeling very bad, what to do. And morning he came, no money also was with him. He was not feeling that I can go back walking again such a distance to go back to Calcutta to his home. So just feeling despaired in that way, then he found another young man was also there, coming and entered and made pranams to Kali temple, and he was asking, why you are sitting here? Well, I came to meet Sri Ramakrishna, but he is not here and he will not come now. He will come back at night, and I do not know anybody here. I am completely exhausted. This is this. Then he came to know gradually that this was Shoshi Swami Ramakrishnananda later on. Because it was 1884, he was completely new. Shoshi Maharaj already visiting that place for several years. So he knew the Kali temple people there and arranged for his prasad, and they took had bath in the Ganges, and he wanted to go back because father, mother, nobody knows. Then Shoshi Maharaj said, wait, why you will go back? Life is so unpredictable. Who knows, again you will get the chance to meet Sri Ramakrishna or not. Since you have come, such a labor, such a trouble you have already undertaken, wait a little, take rest. Let us have good time here discussing about Sri Ramakrishna and spiritual life. So he also agreed. At night when Sri Ramakrishna came, and he found that a young man, it reminds us the story of Yama and Nachiketa. Coming over here, Jamaraju came to know that Nachiketa was waiting for Jamaraju, his guru, to know Atma Tattva, this self-knowledge, for 3 days and without taking any food. But however, Kali took prasad and having good time with Ramakrishna Nandaji, Shoshi Maharaj. So Master said, oh, well, very good, you are such a young man, at this young age. It is a good sign that you have a desire to learn yoga at this young age. You were a yogi in your previous life. I am quoting Sri Ramakrishna. A little was left for perfection. This will be your last birth. I will teach you the yoga. Rest tonight and come to me tomorrow morning. So Sri Ramakrishna understood the this samskaras of this young disciple. So next morning Ramlal told me, Ramlal is the nephew of Sri Ramakrishna, that master was waiting to see him. Entering his room, I bowed down to him. He then asked me what I was studying, and I replied, Swami Avadhanji himself wrote this about in his life, and I quote, I am now in the entrance class, 10th grade. Very good, said the master. Then he took me to the northern veranda. He asked me to sit on a cot. When I was seated in the lotus posture, the master asked me to stick out my tongue. As soon as I did that, he wrote a mantra on it with the middle finger of his right hand and advised me to meditate on Kali, the Divine Mother. Last night also, when Sri Ramakrishna was entering the room, Dakshineshwar, without knowing that Kali has come here, Sri Ramakrishna was taking the name of Kali, Kali, Kali. So now also he said, meditate on Kali. And the boy's name also is Kali Prasad. So the Divine Mother. And Abhidananda is writing, I did what he said. Gradually I lost outer consciousness and I sat in deep meditation. I felt an unspeakable joy within. I don't know how long I stayed in that condition. After some time, the master touched my chest and brought me back to outer consciousness. He then asked me what had happened, and I told him about my blissful experience during meditation. He was very pleased. Afterwards, the master instructed me on meditation and sang a song on Mother Kali, that when Mother Shama will be seen, experienced. So, the master further told me to meditate every morning and again at night, and to report to him my visions and spiritual experiences. Then the master asked me to go to Kali temple and meditate there. When I returned from the temple, the master gave me prasad. and asked me to visit him again. He even offered to provide my fare if I could not get it from home. In the meantime, a devotee had arrived by carriage from Calcutta to visit the master, and the master asked me to return home with that devotee. On my way back home, I thought of the master's overwhelming love and compassion. By this time in his home, there was, everyone was very disturbed. Mother was thinking, my son has drowned in the Ganges, and here and there. Then they came to know that he was discussing with somebody about Dakshineshwar Kali temple. So she asked her husband. I came to know that he was inquiring about Dakshineshwar to somebody. So you go to that person, to Dakshineshwar Kali temple. So father also came and came to know that he has already left the place, and father was requesting Sri Ramakrishna, you see, Rasiklal said to Sri Ramakrishna, Rasiklal is father of Vedanta, Sir, Kali is my son, please advise him to get married and become a householder. Your son is a great yogi, replied Sri Ramakrishna. As he does not want to get married, what good would it be to force him to marry? Rasiklal said, it is the supreme dharma for a son to serve his parents. Sri Ramakrishna kept quiet. With great relief, father returned home. Spiritual life is not always smooth. So Kali himself wrote in his autobiography that whenever he used to go to Dakshineshwar, he used to serve personally Sri Ramakrishna. It is there in our scripture that if you want to have very quick result from your spiritual austerities, then do serve your teacher and other seniors. So Kali is giving a little description. We will read a little. Whenever I went to Dakshineshwar, I would give personal service to the master. I would carry his towel and water pot when he went to the pine grove to answer the calls of nature. Sometimes the master would walk around the Panchavati with his hand on my shoulder. I also went with the master to Girish Ghosh's Star Theatre to see the Chaitanya Lila and Prahlad Charitra place. This place, Girish Ghosh did that. And every Saturday and Sunday, devotees would gather at Dakshineshwar to see the master. I also began visiting him on Saturday afternoons, returning to Calcutta the following day with some devotees. Thus I became acquainted with other disciples of Master. Master taught us to practice japam and meditation every morning and evening. About meditation, he sometimes referred to his naked guru, Totapuri's illustration, telling us, quote, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, Tota used to say that if a brass water pot is not cleansed every day, stains accumulate on it. Likewise, if the mind is not cleansed by meditation every day, impurities accumulate in it, unquote. So wonderful teachings through Avedanandaji by Sri Ramakrishna. Avedanandaji continues, sometimes while teaching us, the master would tell us about his own sadhana. He said, Sri Ramakrishna said, when I meditated, I became like a motionless stone image. Sometimes birds sat on my head, but I could not feel them, unquote. In fact, during deep meditation, when the mind becomes still and motionless, one does not notice if flies or mosquitoes sit on the body. The master used to say that this is a sign of a concentrated mind. So in this way, he was visiting Sri Ramakrishna at Dakshineshwar and doing personal seva. Then Sri Ramakrishna came to Shampupukur at Calcutta for his better treatment by Calcutta doctors. There also, under the guidance of Narendranath, this Abhidananda offered services, personal services to Sri Ramakrishna. And in March 1886, when Sri Ramakrishna was there in Kashipur garden house, one night, Shivaratri night, all youngsters were celebrating, doing the Shivaratri whole night puja 4 times. So keeping fast also and a vigil. worshipping the Lord 4 times throughout the night. During the break after the first worship, all left the room except Narendra and Kali. Suddenly, Narendra wanted to use Kali to test his power to transmit superconsciousness. He said to Kali, "Please touch me for a while." A little later, another disciple entered the room and found Narendra in a deep meditation and Kali seated, touching Narendra's right knee, his hand rapidly trembling. After a few minutes, Narendra opened his eyes and inquired, "How did you feel?" Kali replied, "I felt as if a current were entering into me, just as when one holds an electric battery. One's hand trembles all the while." So, Sri Ramakrishna came to know that Narendra was testing what Sri Ramakrishna has given to him. So, Sri Ramakrishna scolded. As soon as Narendra entered the room of the master said, "Well, you are frittering away your power before you have accumulated enough. Gather it first and then you will understand how much of it you should spend and in what way. Mother will let you know. Do you understand what great harm you have done to that boy by infusing your idea into him? He had been following a particular line for a long time. All is spoilt now. Well, what is done is done. Never do it again. However, the boy is lucky." Narendra was dumbfounded. So Sri Ramakrishna knew everything and said, "No, first you gather the power, and then when it will be necessary, then it will share it with us. You will share it." So, in this way, days were going on, but after passing away of Sri Ramakrishna, this Kali started visiting some holy places with Holy Mother. Kali had wonderful devotion for Holy Mother, and when they were in Baranagar monastery, Kali composed that Prakriting Paramang and went to Holy Mother and recited it. And Holy Mother said, "My son, Mother Saraswati will sit on your lips." So we find that after Swami Vivekananda, there were 5 direct disciples who came to preach the Vedantic message outside India. Swami Vivekananda, Sharadananda, Abhedananda, Turiyananda, and Trigunatitananda. Oh, but among all of them, this longest time, Swami Abhedananda was preaching this Vedantic truth, and he was a prolific writer, wonderful orator, a scholar. Anywhere, with any audience, he could face and remove the ignorance from the minds of the people attending to him at his lectures. So, Holy Mother blessed him also. As Swami Vivekananda said, that whatever good I did in the Western world, that they accepted me as the teacher, it was nothing of mine, and I think it is the blessings of Holy Mother Sarada Devi. So this Kali also had wonderful love and devotion for Holy Mother, who blessed her. Then Kali Maharaj went to, when doing Seva to Ramakrishna, they went to Barabar Hills in Goa. There he met a Shankaras order, a monastic a person, a monk of Dasana Mission Puri sect, and copied this Viraja Homa mantras, including the Presh mantras, all these things, which he used it later on in during the Viraja Homa time, after the passing away of masters, when they formally took the sannyas in the January of 1887. So when he came to know that Baranagar Mata was established, he left this group of Holy Mothers and came back to Baranagar Mata. As soon as Kali heard about the Baranagar monastery, he returned to Calcutta and joined the brotherhood and started doing austerities. The southernmost room of the second floor, his name was Kali Tapasya, the austere Kali. Everyone was doing tapasya, but his name was given Kali Tapasya, because his austerity was a little bit, compared to others, something crazy. And so As soon as Kali heard about Baranagar Mutt, he came back to join the brotherhood, and the southernmost room of the second floor was used for meditation and study and was known as Kali Tapashi's room. Tapasya means one who performs tapas, austerity. Since Kali secluded himself there during most of the day, an ascetic by nature, he ate vegetarian food, wore no shoes, and shunned people's company. He spent his time in meditation, studying the scriptures and composing some Sanskrit hymns on Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother. And in this way, he spent the days in Baranagar Monastery. And one day, some other brothers complained to Swami Vivekananda that Kali was not taking any responsibility for the household work. Narendra said, "Let one of the brothers be a scholar, and I will do the dishes myself." One day, Mahendranath Datta, Narendranath's younger brother, was shocked when he saw Kali lying like a dead person in the sun on the dusty floor of the veranda. Jogananda Maharaj told him with a smile, "He is not dead. The rascal meditates that way." He whole day he meditates in that way. Sometimes the disciples would tease and make fun with each other. Ramakrishna had given them the taste of true spirituality. He did not care for dry monks. So this Vedanandaji was passing his days there, and then he visited many other places of pilgrimage also. Then he was called by Swami Vivekananda to come to England in 1896. He came to England for nearly 1 year. He preached there. Then Swami Vivekananda asked him to go to America. There also he spread the message of the Vedanta very successfully up to 1921, and then he went back to India again, and he established some new mart and center in Calcutta, the Ramakrishna Vedanta Society of Calcutta, and one branch in Darjeeling, and he started one Bengali monthly journal also. This was called Vishwavani. And when he was in Darjeeling, many great people in those days, Darjeeling was the summer capital of the British rule there. So when in Darjeeling, there the whole hill town felt Avedananda's presence during his 2-month stay there. Thus, many national leaders such as Mahatma Gandhi, Chittaranjan Das, Lord Lytton, then governor of Bengal, the Nawab of Dhaka, and others came in contact with him. Avedananda told Mahatma Gandhi, and I quote, "You are doing the work started by Ramakrishna and Vivekananda along the lines of removing untouchability and encouraging cottage industries. Therefore, I bring to you blessings." So, he was living his life in Calcutta and Darjeeling, and finally we come to the almost last days when he came to Calcutta, left Darjeeling. On the occasion of Sri Ramakrishna's centenary celebration, All India Radio in Calcutta broadcast Avedananda's 5-minute talk about Ramakrishna in Bengali. It is the only available recorded voice of a disciple of Ramakrishna, and it is the most precious verbal testimony about the Master. Translated this testimony, it states, and I will quote, this recording is still there in Belur Math. It is being preserved. We heard it. Very sweet voice. And I quote what Maharaj said in the radio talk. Om, salutation to Bhagavan Ramakrishna. During the 19th century, Western materialism was deluging India. The Christian missionaries, through brainwashing, were trying to create confusion and hatred in the minds of the Hindus regarding their religion. It was then that Ramakrishna appeared to revive the moribund condition of the Sanatana Dharma, eternal religion. He was born in a remote village of Bengal. He had no formal education, but he experienced the imperishable Brahman and became a great teacher. He did not care for dry scriptural arguments. He solved the problems of life through his spiritual power. He said, "The nature of all human beings cannot be the same. It is natural to be different." He respected all beings and worshipped the God of different religions. After experiencing the truth of unity in diversity, Ramakrishna proclaimed, "As many faiths, so many paths. All religions are true." The Master's renunciation was phenomenal. While living in Dakshineshwar and at the Kashipur garden, we saw that he could not even touch money or any metal. He perceived the manifestation of the Divine Mother in all women. Ramakrishna told us, "He who was Rama and he who was Krishna is now Ramakrishna in this body," pointing to himself. The Master further said, "I will be worshipped in the homes of many people." Salutations to Ramakrishna, the perfect embodiment of the eternal truth that manifests itself in various forms to help mankind. He is an incarnation of the Supreme Lord and is worshipped by all. Peace, peace, peace. So that was the short talk given by him to All India Radio. So in 1937, after dedicating the shrine of Sri Ramakrishna on 29th August, Abhidananda left Darjeeling on 21st September. It had been his last visit. On the way to Calcutta, the Darjeeling mail was derailed and Abhidananda had strained and had a heart attack. He hurried to Calcutta and Vedanta Math, and he was under the treatment of different doctors, Kaviraj Bimalananda and Ayurvedic physicians and many others. His life's work done, he silently began to prepare himself for his final journey. On his 73rd birthday, he said to one of his disciples, "I am only an instrument in the blissful, sportive play of the Master, and the moment my life's mission is over, I shall not wait even for a second longer." Once Swami Brahmananda had remarked, "When Kali reduces his external activities, people will realize the manifestations of his spiritual power." Abhidanandaji was virtually bedridden for the last 1 year, and on 14th January 1938, in spite of his severe illness, he went to Belur Math to attend the dedication ceremony of Sri Ramakrishna's marble statue in the new temple at Belur Math. While Bigyanananda was installing the relics of the Master in the altar, Abhidananda stood motionless, listening to the monks singing a hymn he had composed for the Master during his Baranagur days. It was his last visit to Belur Math. Abhidananda had played his part in the divine drama of Ramakrishna. Gradually, the great yogi made himself ready to return to his beloved Guru. One day he said to a disciple, "My body belongs to the Master." Towards the end, he indicated that his body should be cremated at the Kashipur cremation ground, and Swami Abhidananda passed away shortly after at 16 past 8 a.m. on Friday, 8 September 1939. The news of his death spread throughout the city of Calcutta, and an announcement was broadcast by All India Radio. The devotees and monks of Belur Math and all other ashramas flocked to see Abhidananda at the Ramakrishna Vedanta Math. His body was carried in procession and cremated at Kashipur cremation ground. His disciples followed his last request, "Make a little place for me at the feet of the Master." Towards the end of his life, this great austere Vedantin Abhidananda told his disciples, and I quote, "Tapasya or austerity enhances willpower. Have self-confidence, have faith in yourself. Think, I am the child of immortal bliss. The infinite power is playing within me. If you have this conviction, you will conquer the world." Some other wonderful quotation of Abhidanandaji is, "If one prays with a yearning heart to the Lord to get devotion and faith, He grants it. So pray in this way, O Lord, be graciously pleased to bless me with unswerving devotion and unshakable faith. May my mind and heart be ever attracted to thy lotus feet, and may it not wander from there in any other direction. Tapasya or austerity enhances willpower. Have self-confidence. Have faith in yourself. Think, I am a child of immortal bliss. The infinite power is playing within me. If you have this conviction, you will conquer the world. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.